Hey, didn't see you come in there. I was just checking out fluoridefreeaustin.org. It's a website for the anti-fluoridation activism going on here in Central Texas. Wouldn't you know it, Dr. Mercola at naturalnews.com just recently mentioned that Austin is one of 3 cities to watch out for in the anti-fluoridation battle across the country. But you caught me at a good time because I was actually just about to check out the draft agenda for the City Council, the July 29th meeting. Starts at 10 a.m. And I'll go ahead and show you how I do that. All you got to do is go to cityofaustin.org, cityofaustin.org. This is their website. It's in the process of being revamped. City Government on the left tab. You go over here to Council Information Center. And from here we can see the next scheduled meetings as well as the previous meetings. You just click on Draft Agenda. Also worth noting, video, City of Austin Channel 6. You can check out all of the video of the meetings. Check out Texans for Accountable Government out there kicking butt. See what's going on in the City of Austin local government. So here we have the draft agenda for the July 29th, 2010 meeting. So let's go ahead and peruse through here. We didn't find too bad going on for the first few pages. And then we got to page 6. Here on the Financial and Administrative Services section, there's going to be an item 30, approve the 2010 General Bond Obligation Sales Schedule. Now get this, folks, it's $105 million, $928,000. So it's almost $106 million in public improvement bonds. Now, a lot of people here in Central Texas think there's a pretty bad gridlock of traffic. Well, they estimate that the population is going to double by 2035, and the traffic gridlock and congestion is going to go from relatively low 10 to 20% compared to other cities to about 30 to 40%. A lot of the money is going to be used to spend on that, also public improvements. Something that we would mention to the City Council is we the people are aware that this is unnatural growth. It's being unnaturally driven by the growth machine. That's the development interests that have taken a hold of our City Council and are driving a lot of our Austin growth. Bringing people in, incentivizing developers to come into our town to build their projects because they're going to get a lot of cuts. There's no impact fees. They don't have to pay their fair share. You can check out changeaustin.org if you want more information on how the development machine is negatively affecting Austin taxpayers, especially your property tax. There's a reason why they're going up. We're having to pay for the services of new Austinites. So that's item 30. We can go ahead and give them a piece of their mind. Not to mention with bonds, we're basically deciding for our children and future generations how we want them to live right now. Not very sustainable. Moving on. Item 88, set a public hearing to receive public comment on the proposed rate and fee changes for the Austin Water Utility for the fiscal year 2011. Let me tell you how that fits back in with the growth machine. You can check out costofgrowth.com. That's Brian Rogers. Him along with Linda Curtis formed changeaustin.org, a wonderful activist organization, community organizing, that's trying to bring about equity between the developers, commercial interests, and the people, homeowners, taxpayers. Now, our water's about to go up drastically, and that's because the city water utility cannot keep up with the demand and the potential shortages that come with an increased population. As we discussed before, it has been shown that the population of Austin is being artificially driven by the growth machine, commercial development interests, which have taken hold of a majority of our city council for years now, decades now, but it's really advanced in the past 5 years especially. And basically, that's why we have to build the city water treatment plant and they have to use eminent domain to take people's land out by the lake because they are driving and anticipating, thanks to their government intrusion into the market and their subsidies and incentives, a doubling of the population by 2035. So we're going to have to keep up with that. We're going to have to build a new water treatment plant. The services are being strained for those Austinites that have already lived here. Brian Rogers always says, hey, I already paid for my water and the utilities and the services. I turn on my tap and the water comes out. What's happening is we're going to have to pay for all those new Austinites that come in through higher taxes, through higher fees, through higher rates. So that's item 88. Check it out. Item 90, set a public hearing to receive public comment on proposed fee changes and the addition of a transmission service adjustment rider in the electric rate schedule of Austin Energy. So again, the Austin Energy, the other Austin utility, we see the rates going up, 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 up. That's also driven by population growth, but it's also driven by international controls put forward through the Agenda 21 project of 1992, which we see manifesting itself in the city of Austin through the Austin Climate Protection Plan. And basically what they hope to have, much like in a lot of California, is where you cannot have your thermostat below, say, 72 for an entire summer. They eventually want to get involved in lots of aspects of your home, a lot of controls. Also from the Austin Climate Protection Plan, we saw the energy audit, to where before you sold your home, you had to get an audit, and then they were going to make it mandatory to upgrade that. Thankfully, it's not mandatory, but you still have to get that audit, which goes into the Austin Energy utility. So that's something to be aware of as well. Another rate increase, ladies and gentlemen. They keep throwing money at these problems like it's going to fix, but there's a systemic problem in the way that the Austin city government operates today, and they need to hear from you in order to fix it. And then there's going to be a morning briefing from the mayor. This is going to be, from the city manager who runs the show. The city manager gets paid, and his office gets paid way more than the council and the staff, than anybody. So if you want to know where the power lies, it's in the city manager's office, not in the elected representative council. City manager's recommendation for the November 2010 bond package. Basically, Margot's going to come out in a slick suit and sell to the people the necessity of something that we don't need. We do not need it. Just as a majority of the council's bought and paid for by the growth machine, the city manager's office is too.